When you start Blender, there will be a nearly blank canvas. The only objects there is a single cube, the camera, and the lighting, the sun icon. If you want to look around, press the middle mouse wheel. If you want to select an object, right-click that. Try this on the cube. If you hold your right-click, you can move the cube around. There are more efficient ways to do some of these tasks, but we'll go over them later. If you want to add more objects, go to the Create tab on the upper left area of the screen. Add a cylinder. Select the cylinder and try to put it on top of the cube. It should have been fairly simple. Now create another cube and place it on top. Now pan the camera around. Is it perfectly aligned? Chances are it's not. When moving an object with right clicking, it's not accurate at all. If you want to push an object left, forward, right, up, or down, or back while remaining in the same place on the Z-axis, hold down right click or select and press G. Press the middle mouse button and then move the mouse to determine whether it goes left, right, back, up, down, or forward. Now delete the cylinder by pressing X. You'll need to change the size of some objects. Test this on any object by pressing S and moving your mouse. This will change the size of the object. Rotating objects is very important to Blender. There are two types of rotation in Blender. If you have an object selected and press R once, you'll be able to spin it vertically, but you can't change it horizontally. If you press R after having already pressed R once, you'll have complete full rotation where you can rotate it anywhere you desire. What about camera angles? You probably noticed a camera object in your landscape. If you don't see it, it's a clear triangle with defined lines and a black front. Or you can locate any object immediately by looking at the upper right area of your screen where there will be a list of all the different objects. When selected, you can move it anywhere you need to. If you have a number pad, press the 0 key and you'll have the camera's perspective. Keep in mind throughout the rest of this tutorial to adjust the camera to see the objects it needs to see. If the stuff you want is in the camera's view, it will not get shown in the final animation. Now the lighting. The sun icon determines where the light will shine from. Adjust it as you need. How bright you want the animation to be is up to personal preference. There's one thing we all want to know when it comes to Blender, however. Animation. It honestly isn't very hard to learn or understand. We're going to make a basic animation of shape stacking. First, go to the Create tab and spawn all fully 3D shapes: cube, UV sphere, isosphere, cylinder, cone, and torus. We're going to make these stack. Move the new shapes out of the way. Make sure the cube is still in the middle. Now you're going to select the cube and press the I key. There should be a list of options. Select location. Now you should see the bar on the bottom has a yellow line when you move the green line out of the way. Move that green bar towards the bottom of the screen a little bit to the right. Doesn't matter how far right now. Then place the cylinder on top of the cube. Remember to pan the camera to make sure the cylinder is actually on top of the cube. Then set the location of the cylinder. Move the green line again and place the isosphere on top of the cylinder and set its location. Repeat this with the rest of the shapes. If you move the green bar to the front and press the right facing arrow play button, you should see the magic unfold. It's about as basic as it gets for animation in Blender. Something very notable about Blender is how it will fill in the missing frames that you haven't assigned. In simpler terms, this is what keeps you from having to manually move the object frame by frame to present motion. This makes things much easier and quicker. What if you want to change the color of an object? You're in luck as Blender allows this, so it's a little tricky to pull off. You can either start a new project or save your old one and create a new project. I don't care either way. We're going to change the color of the cube in the center. Select the cube, now take a look to the right. You should see icons that say render, animation, and audio. Above those you'll see a bunch of tiny icons. One of these icons will be a circle that looks like it has 4 tiles on it. Select that icon. Making sure the cube is still selected, look at the right and find where it says diffuse. Click on the clear white bar directly under it and a color wheel should pop up. Click where you want the color type to be and the selected object will become that color. Now, spawn a cone. Select the cone and click on New where it used to give you the color options. Select a different color, different than your cube, and boom, you'll have 2 different colored objects.
I call this one the Campfire Song. Let's gather around the campfire and sing our campfire song. Our CAMPFIRESONG song. And if you don't think that we can sing it faster, then you're wrong. But it'll help if you just sing along.
Bum, bum.
CAMPFIRESONG song. CAMPFIRESONG song. And if you don't think that we can sing it faster, then you're wrong. But it'll help if you just sing along. CAMPFIRESONG song. Patrick!
Song! CAMPFIRESONG!
Squidward! Good! It'll help if you just sing along. Oh yeah!
How did yours turn out? Is it better or is it worse? I'll never know because I have no idea who you are. Bye.